at Blacksburg before. This is the first time, but how maybe was this different than some other years? What was that like seeing other guys get it?
Yeah, I think so. For me, it was the first time I hadn't earned it before the season opener that I'd been a starter. So I guess maybe you could say that. But it was awesome. The guys that got it, I think earned it, definitely. For the rest of the guys to get it, I think we just need to continue to put a good product on the field and, obviously come out with some wins. Game didn't end the way it should have. We made a lot of little mistakes here and there that kind of cost us defensively. We can talk about other things all we want, but, we could have won that game with the defense, with some of the things we did. So we had the opportunity to close that one out, and we didn't. So hopefully some more guys will earn those as the weeks come.
Did you sense a different vibe of the way the guys received the loss in the past after the game and even in the last 24 hours?
Right. I'd say so. Obviously guys were still really upset after the game because it was a close one. It got away from us. A lot of us felt like we definitely could have won that game for sure. So, obviously guys were down that night and everything. As far as today, I think guys have fire in their eyes, ready to work. I think we had a good practice speaking defensively. I thought guys were getting around, getting after the ball, and, guys were fighting through things a little bit. So, I think we're going to respond well. And obviously we've got a lot to build on as far as some of the plays we made defensively, but we still – the loss will highlight a lot of the mistakes we made as well, which we can't gloss over, communication-wise, scheme-wise, stuff like that. So, we did some corrections and stuff today from Saturday's game, and we'll obviously get started with the scouting report for the next game probably tomorrow. So, but yeah, a lot to work on still. But I think guys reacted well.
When you watched it back, what did you think of the way Damian and Peyton played inside?
Yeah, no, I thought they played well. Definitely for Big Damian getting his feet wet in his first college game. I was super excited for him. They came in and played well, and that's the good thing about what we're doing right now is I think someone mentioned after the game that we had 10 defensive linemen play throughout the game, which is great. We're going to need to continue that, and it's good that they're getting snaps early so we can continue to develop them throughout the season, get them game experience that they haven't really had as much of in the past. So that'll be huge for sure. Yeah, so before meetings they weren't in there. I guess I kind of figured that we didn't earn them, and then after we came back down after meetings, they were sitting in the lockers. So it was a cool deal. They gave some of them out.
Mick was curious when you guys go against your own offense. What challenges does either bunch bring to the table defensively for you guys? Bunch
is a really smart kid. He knows that offense inside and out. He's also athletic as well. He can run the football. He can do all sorts of things, and just excited for the kid that he got an opportunity out there. Didn't go probably the way he wanted it to, obviously, but it was good to see him out there. And he's a hard worker, and he'll play harder than anyone. So I always give props to him for sure.
Nick, we were saying Saturday that Janander is a wizard with play calling. Is he just draw up things that are weird? Or?
Yeah, I'm not going to share too much, but he knows what he's doing. He knows how to attack protections. He knows how to go after teams as far as blitzing and stuff like that goes. So yeah, he's a great play caller. As you guys saw, obviously we ran a lot of aggressive plays, which is what we want to do. So yeah, definitely gonna give a lot of credit to him as a coordinator. He obviously communicates with us too. He doesn't just do things and then not tell us about it or explain why. If he's drawing up something or writing up a new play, we're going to go over it, and we're going to go over it a lot, and we're going to understand why we're doing it. So, that's one thing that's great about him as a coach and kind of as a communicator to us.
Nick, what do you know about this Troy team? They won 11 games last year and upset LSU.
Yeah, they had a big win this last week. They won by a lot. They played well and everything. We haven't got a chance to watch too much of their film yet. But we know they got some good players. Their offensive line's big across the board. They got some big boys. Their guards are 320, 330, I think. So it's going to be another challenge for us coming out, and we got to just turn the crank up even more this week for sure.
Game 2, how much will the communication improve for your defense?
I think it'll improve a lot. We got those corrections down today that we talked about in the film when we watched the previous game. So it's just something as simple as it being loud and having to relay the call throughout the whole defense. So Yeah, I know it is what it is. Obviously, we wish we could have had another game before that last one to kind of get those things out. But we didn't, and we should have prepared harder and everything to kind of get through those. But it does help having that on film and kind of knowing where we went wrong a little bit, so we can kind of go after that and correct it.
It seems like Mo Berry kind of really burst onto the scene game. I mean, how happy are you for him? You guys put in some work the last few years, letting it shine on Saturday.
Yeah, and that didn't happen by accident. Mo worked his butt off all season or all off season. He was a fire starter in the weight room, in any conditioning drill or anything like that. He was the first person up competing. So, big props to him. He'd made a lot of plays and he was all over the field. And we're gonna see a lot of that this season. That wasn't just a fluke from him. So, I'm excited for the kid.
Thanks, Nick.
Thanks.